Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, that I'm still here. Don't play with gasoline blowtorches. Gasoline and blowtorch all in the same sentence is not a good thing. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of a Holy Rust Revival. I'm Rob Smith, your host, the hostess with the mostest. No, it's probably the leastest. Anyway, I don't know if this episode can qualify as a Holy Rust Revival as more as it is an origin story, okay? Can you believe that in those bushes right there, there's a shop? There's an old shop that used to be our farm shop that was abandoned many years ago. And when I say many years ago, if I'll turn back this direction, our house, my parents' house, used to be right here past these bushes, in all of those bushes, and it burned. It burned. There was an electrical fire in the laundry room, and I was in the 5th grade when that happened. So that would have put me at about 10 years old. I'm now 50, so do the math. So 40 years, nobody's lived on this property. And basically this shop has been abandoned. And the reason I'm here is because I need some lockers to put in my new barn dominium project that I'm building. Oh my goodness, I hadn't really told Lori about this either. But I remembered I had some old lockers in here, and I don't have any idea whether they're still good. Like I said, the shop has been abandoned for 40 years, and it's going to be interesting. I have not opened these lockers in that amount of time, and just to see what's in there is going to be kind of cool, okay? So I wanted to bring you all in on this journey because it is somewhat of a Holy Rust revival. I will be reviving, maybe, I don't know, depends on how it turns out, some old lockers to put in the barn dominium because I've got tools scattered everywhere right now, and I just need some quick cabinets to be able to put some stuff in and potentially lock that stuff up because the job site is not as secure as what I would like for it to be for some of my expensive tools that are in there. And I'm getting tired of loading them up every time as I leave. So, okay, let's see what happens here, all right? So remember, I told you I was 10 years old when we basically moved out and away from the shop. But I got to tell you, this is where all of my mechanical desire started. And I just have to show you where it all started. It's a mess, y'all. It has basically been abandoned for a long, long time. Termites had gotten into the foundation and got so bad to the point to where it just wasn't even worth salvaging. But basically, there's an inside shop, and I used to have a wood shop inside. And out here is where we kind of sort of serviced our farm stuff. Over there is a diesel tank that we used to fill our tractors up with. But it's just kind of become a place to throw things. There's old tires, old shutters off the house, just a place that just has collected stuff. And I'll be honest with you, over the years, scrap metal thieves have rambled through the pile over here and taken a lot of stuff. But it's just a mess. At some point, I've got to get back here and clear the property. But y'all, there are the lockers. They're not your standard old foot locker, so to speak. They're pretty good sized lockers. And I was just trying to remember what all I had in them, and I have no clue what we're about to see. There's some of my old welding rods from back in the day. And remember, I was 10 years old. And let me get back to that point. My 67 Ford, I pulled in right here, and I received that truck when I was in kindergarten. Can you believe a kindergartner was given a truck? But that old truck is what started all of my mechanical desires. see what's going on here. Something might jump out on us, so get ready, don't jump. No telling. Okay. Y'all, really, there could be something living in here. That's an old Poulan. Poulan, however you say that. John Deere paint. Huh. I don't know, it's full. I may try that in a minute. Goodness gracious, this is just bringing back memories. What in the world is this? It looks like some kind of medieval torture device. Is it a spot welder or... Y'all, I have no idea. I don't remember that tool. Okay, acetylene gauge. Oh, there's my jam box. I do remember this. Goodness gracious. We got to get this out here in the sun. I have not seen that in so long. But that was my little tune playing device. Turn into some of the locals here would remember Q101 back in the day. I can remember some Michael Jackson playing on this thing. 97 WOKK. I could hear some Clint Black coming through those speakers and some Garth Brooks back in the day. Good night. Man, that's bringing back some memories. Okay, let's get back in here and see what's going on. Hey, there's a good shovel. I remember my old welding helmet. I would say it wasn't real effective. This kind of helmet is the kind you have to close your eyes when you weld. Okay, all right, just some old extension cords. Again, some more welding rods. I remember I had an old cracker box. Oh, excuse me. Whew, it's dusty in here. I had an old cracker box welder back in the day. It used to sit right over here. I don't guess it's still there. No, it's not. Okay, what else do you see up there? I can't see as high as you do. I think I see some PVC stuff. It's pretty rusty, y'all. It's pretty rusty. Okay, now this is probably really where the critters are going to be living. What kind of surprises are we going to find? Yeah, that's not what's open. Let's check on this. Yeah, it's a critter den. Hey, here's my acetylene torch cleaning tools back in the day. That's good. We're gonna keep that. Okay, nothing else to see there. That drawer opens pretty good. I'll bet you that's a timing cover gasket for a Ford Straight 6 300. What you bet? Probably I stuck it in there back when I was working on my old Ford. That's I don't know. I don't know what kind of disc that is. Okay, not a lot to see there. But that's got to be the drawer. Uh-oh, there we go. I was gonna say there'd be $100 in there, but there's not, y'all. Hydraulic fitting for a tractor. Okay, well that was kind of lackluster. Let's see what's in this one over here. Again, pack rats have been living in here. What kind of goodies do we have up here? Watch out, watch out. Stuff's gonna fall on me. Looks like a main shaft in the front of a transmission. What else do I have up here? There's another main shaft in a, ooh, that gear is spun out pretty bad. Somebody had fun on a clutch in that transgression. What about this one? Not too bad. That one could still work. All right. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna cut you off and let me get some stuff out of the way where we can actually get this door open. Okay, we're back. I moved some things over. Y'all, that just looks like a tetanus shot waiting to happen right there. Ooh, that's a mess. That is a mess. I wonder if these welding rods are still good. I would say no. I would say no. What was I welding with back in the day? What kind of rod? Yeah, they're so old I can't even see the writing on them anymore. Okay, what do we got down here? Fire extinguisher. I doubt, seriously, that is still any good. Nope. Hey, chipping hammers. And not too shabby looking. Well, that one is shabby looking. Y'all, I worked with some pretty primitive stuff back in the day. You know, when you're way out here in the country, in Mississippi, you just work with what you got. Okay, what's gonna jump out? Oh, I know what those chain links go to. That was for an old hay baler we had back in the day. Oh, I can remember some very frustrating moments with that hay baler. Each one of those pieces tell a story. Let's close that back up. I don't want to relive that. All right. Oh my goodness. We just hit the mother load of welding rods. I mean, it's like we hit $1 million. No, that's not worth $1. But it's made a little mouse happy, hasn't it? Is he still in there? Hey, mousey. No. Okay, let's close this house back up. All right. I think the front of this drawer has been pulled off. That's where the $1 million is. Will this come out? Yes, it will. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever opened this drawer. Will it open? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I had no idea this was in here. Do you know what this is? Man, that's an external PTO. Probably for an old Ford NP 435 or something like that. Anyway, this attaches to the side of the transmission, goes on the transmission gear, and you have the ability to put it in gear in the truck and run an external something like a PTO winch or a hydraulic pump or something like that. That just might be a treasure. What else can we find? This. That is some kind of hydraulic pump. It's locked up. What is this? Not sure. Looks like a hydraulic pump, but it's got a broken off shaft. Looks like. Here's another one of those pumps. It's kind of green. I wonder if it's a John Deere. Oh, home light. That's from an old chainsaw right there. I'm talking super old. That's good wall decoration. That's what that is. So there is I bet that went to the PTO, a shaft, a huge one. Oh, that would be good on a four-wheel drive. Man, that's a heavy-duty hook. There's a 3-point point hitch for implement. What is this? Delco Remy. Man, that is an old coil, a very old coil. Y'all, you're seeing stuff for the first time, as I'm seeing it for the first time. I had no idea this was in the possession here. I'm really kind of excited about that. I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that PTO. My father did a lot of pulpwooding back in the day, and I'll bet you that was something for the PTO on one of our pulpwood trucks. Guarantee you it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to sneak one of these out of here. This cabinet is in better shape than that one. What do you think of the chances? Ow, that kind of hurt. What do you think of the chances that this John Deere paint is still good? Ow. It is definitely child-proof. I don't know. I'm giving it... I can't even bet on it. Look, look at that. That's yellow paint, and it works. Doggone it. I'm taking that and putting it on a John Deere tractor. Well, nothing's bit me yet, thank goodness. It's not in too bad a shape. Ooh, that's a mess. Been a lot of dirt up there for a long time. Look what I found. I know this is not special to you, but I've got my father's Ford 5000 tractor over there, and it's been missing a step for 40 years. Guess what I just found? 40 years. She's gonna get put back on 40 years later. Y'all, I know I remember making this when I was real little. I don't exactly know what I had meant it for. I think it was some kind of puller. But again, this is one of those things, when you just live in the backcountry woods of Mississippi and don't have access to anywhere, you just have to make do with what you got. But honestly, I believe that's a very rich part of my psyche, or my heritage, in which I carry with me now. And that's why I have such a passion for reviving rust, is because I've done it ever since I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Just had to make do with what you could find and what you could use and make it work. So, again, I don't know what that was, but yeah. Y'all, it just hit me. 40 years of my life is has passed by since I've been in this little beginning spot. It's over half gone. I'm on the downhill slide now, and it just kind of sort of hit me that that's the case. But man, what a great childhood I have to be able to get out and explore and to tinker and to work with my hands. And you know, I didn't have TV. Matter of fact, TV hit our lightning hit our television when I was probably in the first or second grade. And they didn't get it fixed until pretty much after I graduated high school. So I had to get out and tinker. I had to do things like that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a floor pan. What is this a floor pan for? That's a floor pan for a square body Chevy. I don't know whether it's the driver or passenger side. It's the driver's side, because this is where you would get in the door. Hey, if anybody out there needs a floor pan for a square body Chevy, hey, holler, all right? There's no telling what's in this place. There's one more thing I've got to show you, y'all. You ever wonder later in life, it's just a wonder, you're still alive? Gasoline blowtorch. I actually remember playing with this when I was young, trying to get it working. And I remember filling it full of gasoline and lighting a fire to it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for the fact I'm still walking around on this planet. Gasoline. You see it? Gasoline. Blowtorch. Don't do that. Well, I've gotten the old lockers back to the shop, and I haven't done much without you. I have simply just opened it up, swept it out a little bit, used the vacuum cleaner, but I uncovered a tag. This is kind of neat. Walters Manufacturing Company, Oakmont, Pennsylvania, but there is a manufacture date of 10 of 1958. So these old things have been around for a while. It also says U.S. property on there. I hope I don't have relatives that have a warrant out for their arrest for stealing U.S. property. Okay. Anyway, look, all I've done is I've put some penetrating oil on the hinges. Okay, so the doors open very well. Check that out. Isn't that sweet? Okay, both doors open. Got one little problem down here. No doubt somebody closed this door with that drawer open and it broke the hinge. The hinge is even so stiff. I got to put penetrating oil on it, but I need to weld that back, tack weld it back in place there. But all in all, it's in great shape. Gonna require a whole lot of cleaning up. And look, I do remember making this way back in the day. Remember how I told you, you just have to use what you've got on the farm? Well, that was an old shelf bracket that I hung in here, and I remember doing this for my hoses or my extension cords to hang on. back when I was, 10 years old. I did that. That's what you call resourcefulness. Okay, the drawers, I put a little penetrating on them, and y'all look. That just opens really nice. That one opens nice. A little more greasing and caressing and all of that. Those are going to be just fine. The bottom drawer is equally as good. It's not quite as tight as the upper drawers, but I don't ever think it was meant to be, honestly. But it still works okay. It pulls in and out just fine. I can't complain about my newfound storage cabinet. I just hope Lori takes it well. But before she sees it, I'm going to sand it, clean it up. And I know that I can't just put them in there like this. I personally, if it were just me alone, I would, clean it up, put a little patina juice on it and let it rip. But it is going in a very nice new shop. But I may stay true to the gray color, okay? Let's get it back as original as possible. And I may end the video here, y'all, because these are those kind of things that I get started and I get distracted doing 100 other things on the farm, and I don't know how long it's going to be before I finish this. But really the video was more about maybe the origin story of where the old Holy Rust Revival fella got his start. And honestly, every time I open these cabinet doors, it's just going to bring back a memory from the past of how the old guy got started. All right, y'all. Let's end this video here. I'm going to wash, I'm going to sand, I'm going to put some primer, paint. And one of these days, you'll probably see this in the background of my new shop that I'm building now as we move over there in the future. But I had to give you a shot of old Kip. He hasn't been around much in this video because I shut him up. He likes to follow the tractor wherever I go, and I had to go on some pavement on a busy road, and I didn't want my old dog to get chewed up on the road. Right, Kip? Okay. Y'all enjoy this beautiful spring weather in 2025. Of course, I'm in Mississippi. Some of you may be watching from up north and you got a ways to go. But it's February here and very beautiful weather right now. Take care.